There's no volume on this starting off, so just bear with me for 1 second. Welcome everybody to of Delete Laws. Thank you so much for coming. I want to show you this absolutely insane Arkansas state trooper. She cannot fathom that somebody could get away from her. She cannot accept that somebody might not want to bow down to her authority. She just can't take it. She's going to lose her mind and chase this woman down and kill her. The person being pulled over, you're watching the last couple moments of their life. And this is the country that we have allowed to be built up around us. This is what we're all seeing today. That police Arkansas State Police. So I stopped you for speeding. Okay. You gotta yell at me. I can't hear you over this. Yeah. Okay, so why aren't you calling the ambulance if it's that much of an emergency? Driver's license, registration, insurance. Get that part out of the way. No. What about your insurance and your registration? You don't have it in your glove box or anything? Okay, well, you're supposed to have it in your car. That's one of the state statutes. You don't? Right. Here, is that a piece of trash paper right there in the old envelope? Yeah, let me have that again. All right, what's your name? My name is PCA. That's it. And then, no, I don't need your phone number. Right. No, I can pull most stuff off your license plate. All right, give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Right. No, I can pull most stuff off your license plate. No, I can pull most stuff off of your license plate. No, I can pull most stuff off your license plate. All right, give me just a minute. I'll be right back. At this point, the Arkansas copper loses her mind. Everybody, do me a favor. Welcome to another rendition of Delete Laws. Would you do me a favor? Everybody hit the like button, and then put in the comment section, as you can see Bree Pennington doing, put OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put in the comment section, OTVO. And now watch this Arkansas State Trooper completely lose her any sense she ever had. She's completely a nutball, a crazy.
Be going east on Roddy Barrow. Turned on Breckenridge Drive. No traffic, speeds are at 65. Speeds are 85, still no traffic. We're north on Breckenridge Drive, passing Millbrook Road. Passing Danbury Court. We're heading west on Pleasant Ridge. Correction, Pleasant Valley Drive. Speeds are at 70. Coming up on North Roddy Barrow Road.
What a psychopath. What a total freaking psycho.
Pleasant Valley. Coming up on North Roddy Barrow Road.
Right there, abort the chase. Abort. Human life is worth much more than catching this person.
Did a U-turn, headed back east on Pleasant Valley. Timber, thank you.
Right. You would have called it. They will come to home campus, they will left on campus, one west on campus. Now you gotta keep moving those speeds and traffic. Going south on 430, south on 430. Left right, D6 Tennessee going into the GDI. We hit it. Yeah, started 10:16 and 10:11 vehicles rolled in the median.
430 south, just south of Central exit. Subject been ejected.
Oh, the subject was ejected? You mean the woman?
I don't think there's anybody else in the car. I got her over here. There wasn't nobody in it. Have the 16 expedite. We have shallow breathing.
Shallow breathing? You killed her. You killed her.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Yes, yeah. No, she got ejected. No, nothing I can see. I mean, she got a little bit on her arm. We were at 120 when I TBI'd her.
Breathing.
Yeah, I see her shallow breathing, but that's it. She hasn't, her eyes haven't moved in, and I don't want to move her neck too much.
Number 3, southbound and sit down. Wow.
Yeah, I covered her up. She wasn't.
Go ahead,
I don't want her laying here like that.
I
don't see anything on your head, but
No.
I doesn't mean a whole lot.
appreciate you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just got what you need to say. I'm talking about it. That's the fix I'm already found. Radio clear.
Go!
There's just more of you. Well, I'll go ahead and clear here.
Hey, man, can you hear me? Ma'am?
Her breathing's getting better. I just don't want to move her head around just in case.
I guess I'm gonna go run that taxi if I find an ID real quick.
Yeah, she didn't have an idea for me. She gave me a name and date of birth. And when I went back to go run it, I opened my door and turned around and she took off.
Okay, let me stop over.
Yeah, because the tag come back to car roll.
Hey, ma'am, you okay?
He said anything like that?
I didn't notice it, but I mean, it may, and I didn't do the full report. You know, sometimes the name will be in the full report. It just said car world and advisory insurance. Her breathing's getting better, deeper.
Her eyes are moving whenever we're doing. So you see her eyes moving. So ma'am, can you hear us?
No,
Can
can't
you
hear
squeeze
you,
your
bro.
hand?
No, you killed her. You killed her.
Oh, there we go. She went more facial movement. She squeezed it? No. She closed her eyes and moved her lids. Hey, can you squeeze your hand, Annie?
Can you tell us where you heard that?
Yeah.
Obviously hard to
Let
tell.
me go get some gloves. So I can watch it. I don't know yet. Let me get some gloves.
You okay?
Yeah. She was moving in that car.
Juvenile or?
No. Well, the date of birth she gave me has her as an adult. She works at Children's. I think she's at least 18, but.
So there it is. So there it is right there. She's dead. And forgive me, I was looking at something here. And every time I see cops kill somebody, every time I see the cops murder somebody, and that's what that was. That was an outright murder. Yeah, someone drove away from a stop. But they weren't a wanted murderer. That the woman who died, she wasn't wanted for kidnapped children that she had locked in a cellar somewhere, and there was a little bit of time left before the children would run out of air and die. She was a lady who was spooked by the cops. It doesn't matter. You should not be killed by the police. It's just that simple. Is that Joe Cool? I got Joe Cool here tonight too. Is that the real Joe Cool? Everybody say welcome, Joe Cool. Brian from Here's the Deal was just in here a second ago. I don't know if he's still here. Brian, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Everybody, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So that right there, what you just saw, that was from a copper's dash cam. But we have some really big problems going on in our country. If you guys saw the headline of this video, you have both Gavin Newsom and Donald Trump who want to ban the First Amendment. It's both of them. And you can't say that Gavin Newsom isn't one of the leaders of the Democratic Party, because he is. And we know that Trump is the leader of the Republican Party. So
we're going to be smart. We're going to listen to Tom Emmer and Pete and all of the other. You got great people in this.
do you know who Tom Emmer is? Does anybody know who Tom Emmer is?
Going to listen to Tom Emmer and
Who's Tom Emmer?
Pete and all of the other. You got great people in this group. I tell you, you have great people. And we do not need more people who want to burn our flag. I watched yesterday and the day before, they're burning our American flag. And I said, I know they say it's unconstitutional. Well, make it not unconstitutional. You burn our American flag, you should get immediately mandatory 1 year in jail.
Put a 1 in the chat if you disagree. Put a 1 in the chat if you disagree with that. I'm not a flag burner. The only flag I've ever burned is the blue striped terrorist flag. I don't burn the American flag. I come from a long military family. My uncle who raised me was in the Navy. My grandfather served in the war. Which war? Korean War. My Uncle Ray served in World War II. My Uncle Larry served in Vietnam. I come from a long military family. I don't burn the flag. It's just not what I do. I'm not down for it. If I didn't love this country, I would move to Colombia or I would move to Mexico. I would move away. But I love this country, so I don't burn the flag. But that doesn't mean so the people who disagree with me right now, you can tell me to go. Joe right here can tell me to go F myself. You can say go F yourself. But that speech is not banned. You're allowed to tell me to go myself. Listen, I don't get it either. Chris, I don't understand the flag burning either. I don't understand burning this bottle of water. I don't understand burning anything. I don't get it. I don't understand. The only thing I ever understood was when those cop shops got taken down in 2020. I got it. I understood it. More in Minnesota, not around the country, but I understood why they attacked the police departments in Minnesota. I don't condone it. I understand why they did it. There's a big difference. So, but you got the leader of the Republican Party saying that you should go to jail for burning a flag. That's just not true. It's just not true. You absolutely should not be put in a dungeon unless you are violent and hurt other people, or you've done so much property damage. There's ways to rehabilitate people, but it's not by putting them in a freaking dungeon. I mean, listening to this guy talk, and by the way, I'm going to show the left as well. Don't think I'm just going after Trump.
More people who want to burn our flag. I watched yesterday and the day before, they're burning our American flag. And I said, I know they say it's unconstitutional. Well, make it not unconstitutional. You burn our American flag, you should get immediately mandatory 1 year in jail.
And I think the worst part about it, I think for me, the worst part about it, and I'm not sure if Brian from Here's the Deal is still in here or not. I hope you are in here, Brian. I sent this video clip yesterday to Brian. And here's the worst part about it. The crowd cheering. That was the worst part about it for me. Listening to people cheer, yay, strip my right to expression. I don't understand flag burning. I don't get it. I don't burn the flag. It's not my thing. I'm not down for it. I hope you don't burn the flag. I'm not down for people burning the flag. I don't want to do it. I don't want to see it done. It happens. People are expressing themselves, how they're mad at this country. I get it. I don't agree with it, but at the same time, you have a right to do it. You have a right to do it. So he says this, and the crowd goes
mandatory 1 year in jail. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Go for it. To do it. On day one of the Trump presidency, I will restore the travel ban, suspend refugee admission, stop the resettlement, and keep the terrorists the hell out of our country. Of the Trump presidency, I will restore the travel ban.
Okay, so if he restores the travel ban, let me share something with y'all. If he restores the travel ban against this group of people, there can be a travel ban on this group of people. It just depends on when you fall out of favor. Your First Amendment right to travel is unequivocal. It is by our founding fathers that we have a right to travel in this country. The founding fathers, if you don't know, they permitted the scourge of slavery. They permitted it. They allowed it. They endorsed it so that they could create a country that would be based on certain liberties, as they denied black people the same liberty. So it was a very strange thing. And look what it's done to our country today. It has us divided today. Slavery and the issue of slavery has us to put a 1 in the chat if it's true. If there is a huge, gigantic divide over racism in this country, some people, if I even come on here and start talking about racism, they just leave. Why is that? It's because we allowed slavery in this country for over 100 years. That's why. That's why. That's exactly the reason why. I don't want that to be true, but it is. So then 1 million men fought and died in the Civil War to free black people. And then even after we freed black people, the Supreme Court once again enslaved them with Plessy versus Ferguson. And then we didn't have them freed again until 1964. So you can do the math. 1791 to 1964. 1891, 1991, you're talking almost 200 years. 200 years. And so now this guy gets on here and says he's going to institute a travel ban against this group of people. You're next.
On day one of the Trump presidency, I will restore the travel ban, suspend refugee admission, stop the resettlement, and keep the terrorists the hell out of our country. We're not going to have terrorists in our country. It's no wonder the Democrat Party and their thugs are so desperate.
And I hate to say it, but the enforcement thugs in our country are the Republicans. The Democrats come up with horrifically bad laws that strip us of our liberty, strip us of our freedom, and then Republicans enforce them. So if you want to talk about the thugs, it's the Republicans who create the the police state that we live in, and it's never ending. But I told you I would make it fair. I would do both sides. So here's Gavin Newsom now. Gavin Newsom has declared war on satire. Elon Musk retweeted the parody video made of Kamala Harris, and Elon Musk shared a video that used AI. And if you don't know, people use my voice all the time in artificial intelligence. And look, I think that we should have I should be able to copyright my voice. I should be able to copyright my own voice because my voice has been heard almost 1 billion times. I should be able to copyright my voice. I understand that. What I don't understand, though, is Gavin Newsom saying that he was going to criminalize satire. There's a particular place in this article right here. It's right here. Billionaire Musk shares this. And so now he's going to pass a bill that says that you can't use satire to make fun of political candidates. One person who failed to see the funny side was California's authoritarian Gavin Newsom, calling Musk out on X. He raged, manipulating a voice in AI like this one should be illegal. I don't know about illegal, Mr. Newsom, but we should be able to. Holy smokes! I got a bunch of great auditors coming through here today. I got Joe Cool, I got Brian from Here's the Deal, and I got Audit Them. All you guys are coming in. Wow, huge night. Thanks for coming, you guys. I really appreciate it. So now Gavin Newsom wants to make it a crime for you to use satire. Hey, Gavin, why don't you just make it so you can copyright and trademark your own voice? My voice is duplicated and people use my voice to say things. And eventually I'm going to go through the court system and I'm going to remedy it. But it's not illegal. It's a tort claim. But it's not illegal. It's not illegal. That's the whole point. That's the absolute whole point. So we have both the left and the right that wants to criminalize the First Amendment. And that's the issue that we're all dealing with. If you criminalize the First Amendment, who's going to be there for your First Amendment? Who's going to be there to fight for you?
Police department.
So I want to show you the beginning of this audit right here. Check. This guy gets pulled over. You got to check this out. So look, I don't want to get lost in politics. I don't want to get lost in the left-right paradigm. I'm a hardcore centrist. I'm a voter. I believe that we can change this country. I believe it takes leadership. We saw Franklin Delano, the cousins, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Those two presidents were two of the most transformative presidents in American history. They were cousins, like 6th or 7th cousins. Okay. They changed the country. We're going to talk more about that in 1 second. I'm going to get into great detail about it.
All right. So what were you involved with?
I was involved with nothing.
All right, guys, I'm going to do this video a little different because I have 2 intros because I have to interject right here. He handled that well, but he didn't handle it perfectly. He shouldn't have said anything at all. You got 2 options right there. Do what he did. Say I don't answer questions or say nothing at all. You know what I mean?
No, I completely disagree. Graham Whiting, I completely disagree. At the presidential level, you could have some justification in the things you're saying here. I do believe voting at the local level definitely has effects if you have real leadership. The problem is most people are bought and paid for by special interests or their own personal desire for great wealth where they can rip you off. That's just the simple truth. I greatly differ with people who say not to vote. We have completely different perspectives. I'm a person who's for the rule of law. I've read the Constitution, Leviathan, the Spirit of Laws. I understand what the social contract is. So to me personally, I believe that in a representative government, we can change government if you get the right leadership in there. We saw that with Theodore Roosevelt, and we saw that with Franklin Delano Roosevelt. We saw that with John F. Kennedy. We saw that with Lyndon Baines Johnson. We saw those things actually happen. We saw change happen on gigantic levels. We saw gigantic change happen with Republican Ronald Reagan, 1981 to 1989. What was the change that we saw happen in our country with Ronald Reagan? We saw the buildup of the industrial for-profit prison complex. That's what Ronald Reagan did. That was his gigantic contribution to our country. To me, I don't want to get too lost in politics. So I disagree. I think voting is an excellent thing.
Involved with nothing.
All right, guys, I'm going to do this video a little different because I have two intros, because I have to interject right here. He handled that well, but he didn't handle it perfectly. He shouldn't have said anything at all. You got two options right there. Do what he did. Say I don't answer questions, or say nothing at all. You know what I mean? I think this is a time when that placard that I was talking about in the previous video, I'm going to post it again in this one, Lord willing.
Okay, so what is that? That placard is the trifold that goes on your visor. That's Jeff Gray's printout that he uses when he gets pulled over or he has anything to do with cops. And you don't say I don't answer questions. You literally have to say the words, I plead the Fifth Amendment. You have to say the actual words. So instead of one of those, you should have one of those. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You should have it in your car. You should have the trifold in your car. 100,000%. 100,000% right there. So we got Press with Rancor in the room, everybody. Press, I'm going to go into your case in 1 second here. In 1 second. So here's what he says.
Questions, or say nothing. Do what he did. He shouldn't have said anything at all. You got two options right there.
No, you don't. You don't have two options there. Let me see if I can find my commentary. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I dropped him a comment in here and I said, hey, let me send you off some trifolds and some cop cards. You have one option. You say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You slide your license, registration, and proof of identification out from the trifold that's up on your visor, and you say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Cop may tell you to get out of the car. You flip it over right there. And you say, oh, I see, officer. I agree. You do have the right to tell me to get out of the car because of the unjust and unprincipled and unelected Supreme Court. However, as I get out, I'm going to be holding my phone in my hand, and it's my right to film the police. You have one option. So let me drop the link for this video in the chat, and I want you to explain to the gentleman in the comments that you have one option and only one option. Here's the link for this video. Explain to the gentleman in the chat that I'll send him out some trifolds. You have one option. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and you don't talk anymore.
Do what he did. Say I don't answer questions, or say nothing at all. You know what I mean? I think this is a time when that placard that I was talking about in the previous video, I'm going to post it again in this one, Lord willing, that honor your oath uses at stops. I think that would have been a perfect time. But I wanted to interject right here. The main thing I wanted to say is never confess to any crimes. That's one reason we say don't talk to cops. What are you involved in? Man, if you don't get the hell out of my face with that, what you think I'm gonna say? I shot 3 people up. Let's get to the video so I can do my second intro, and then we can really just watch the video and we'll talk about it on the back.
Okay, because he obviously stopped you for a reason, right?
What's the reason you stopped me?
The reason why I stopped because you were involved in a disturbance at Walmart.
There was a disturbance at Walmart?
Yes, sir.
Salinas versus Texas, 2013, right here. Facts of the case, constitutional question, right here. Does the Fifth Amendment's self-incrimination clause protect a defendant's refusal to answer questions asked by cops before he has been arrested or read his Miranda rights? A 5-4 decision. And look who stripped away your right to remain silent. It was the conservatives. Conservatives over here. You see this? These are the liberals over here on the left. You have the conservatives over here on the right. 5-4 decision. And what did they do? They said, long-standing judicial precedent has held that any witnesses who desires protection against self-incrimination must explicitly claim that protection. Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. You actually have to say the words. The words have to be said. That is backed up by your camera. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's how it works. It says right there, 2013, our Constitution was altered in 2013. Do you understand that? The Constitution that was written in 1791 is no longer the Constitution. The Constitution under your Fifth Amendment now is now right here. Salinas versus Salinas versus Texas. Salinas versus Texas. That's what your Fifth Amendment now is, because they said so, the black robe tyrants that you and I never elected. Do you see, when you vote for a president, that president then appoints conservative or liberal Supreme Court personnel? Which is better? Which is worse? Flip a coin. I can tell you this, conservatives consistently strip our rights unless it's the Second Amendment. I can tell you this, liberals consistently strip our rights, consistently, and they want to take away our Second Amendment as well. But they don't empower police quite as much as the conservatives do. Long-standing judicial precedent has held that you must state unequivocally, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. There it is.
Police department for a complaint form. I always recommend anybody with a valid.
3 people up. Let's get to the video so I can do my second intro, and then we can really just watch the video and we'll talk about it on the back.
Okay. Because he obviously stopped you for a reason, right?
What's the reason you stopped me?
The reason why I stopped because you were involved in a disturbance at Walmart.
There was a disturbance at Walmart?
Yes, yes.
Now you're going the back and forth and talking about the disturbance in Walmart. You don't do that. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You give him your license registration that's on a laminated card so that JBTP can't put your license in his pocket, and then you feel like he took something from you. Put a 1 in the chat if when the cop puts your license in his pocket, like you feel like he took something. I hate it. I hate it when the cops take my license and put it in their pocket like it's theirs. It burns me to no end. You have no idea. I'm running a special all week. If you go to my website and you get a trifold, I'm also going to give you the cop cards and the driver card 100% for free. So that's my promotion for the week. There it is right there. Go to deletelaws.com. You'll get the driver and non-driver card. Same information that's on the trifold, but only they're in a card that goes in your wallet. I mean, it's just what we're living through right now is unbelievable.
Sir,
What was the disturbance?
that there was an argument and all this other stuff, and your vehicle was seen leaving the area, and the security officer pointed you out.
I was waiting for you, but then they asked me to leave. So
So did one of you guys hit the other one?
no. Whole interactions on video.
Okay. Do you have your license on you?
Did I commit a crime?
We are investigating.
I was suspected of committing.
Yes, sir.
So where does that come from? Your Fourth Amendment right is against unreasonable searches and seizures. Our Constitution was changed in 1968 with a case called Terry versus Ohio. It changed it to reasonable, articulable suspicion. They pulled this guy over with no probable cause, no victim saying he punched me. They're just pulling him over and questioning him as to what he did or didn't do. And he's answering questions. If you tell them no, then someone else says, no, I saw him, he took a punch at him, then you're a liar. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and you stick your trifold right in their fucking face. Right in their face, and you never stop. You are just so aggressive with it.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Let's not do this.
No, I just want to know what.
Let's not do this where he's going to invoke his rights. Now he's going to invoke his rights, but he answered questions initially and he shouldn't have.
Your license on you?
Did I commit a crime?
We are investigating.
I was suspected of committing.
Yes, sir.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Let's not do this.
No, I just want to know what crime.
So either what's going to happen here is you're going to identify yourself legally because you have to.
No, but listen.
This is a legal traffic stop. You also have tinted windows. So provide your identification.
What y'all call them people? Gustavo. I don't know what y'all call them. But man, if you don't get your tyrant ass out of my face, fam, skip all of that. Just like you just cut me out, let me cut your ass out, fam. Get to the violence, bro. Because you think you running something around here. And I think we need to have a meeting of the minds around this month. You is crazy as hell. This is my second intro, guys. I ain't going to talk y'all heads off. I'm going to show us, I wasn't going to show us, but I am going to show us how he got to the situation. He explains it in the beginning of his video. So let's just watch all of that. I may skip past those 2 parts we just saw. You know what I mean? To cut the video down a little bit. We'll see how it goes, man. Trailhead Bill reporting live from South Florida.
Disturbance, is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what he is alleging, okay? But when I pulled up to the scene, everyone was pointing your vehicle out and said that you left. All right. So,
Right. Because
of course,
it
I'm
reached
going to be curious and be like, okay, did he punch this guy in the face and now he's leaving?
No.
I don't know that. I wasn't there, man. I really wasn't.
Right.
So until we investigate the whole thing, you know, that's why I stopped you. That's it.
But
So don't help them with their investigation and answer a single question. Don't do any of that.
did someone tell you I hit somebody?
Again.
No, you just asked. You said, did someone hit someone?
Right. Maybe that's
Was that claim made? That's why I'm asking.
Maybe that's some information that my partner has that I.
Well, it's
I
on
don't.
video, so.
All right. Okay. Well, if it's all on video, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Do you mind showing us?
I can. I don't want to stop recording yet, but yeah, I can.
Okay. Well, that's gonna help you out because if it's all on video.
If there's a claim that if there's a claim that I hit somebody, yeah, I'll show you the video.
Cool. It'll be the fastest way for you to leave. What's the other party alleging?
So right now you're going to be trespassed from Walmart at the very least. Do you know what that means, sir?
I'm not on their property.
Okay. You don't have to be on their property to be trespassed from it. So what's going to happen is we're going to give you a trespass notice and you will never be able to go back there.
All right.
And if you're found back on the property, you will go to jail. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay.
That is not true at all, that you can never, ever go back to Walmart. These cops are so freaking terrible. It's unbelievable.
If it's a legal trespass.
Right. They can trespass you for anything.
Right, but you have to be on the property.
Sir, you were on property.
I'm not on the property now.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Okay.
I guarantee I know a lot better than you do.
Okay. Like,
How long have you been a cop?
It sounds. You're right.
You already got that. You already got that cocky ego.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
You
Sir.
do.
All right,
What's
so-
your name? What's your name, badge number?
Officer Walker. We don't have badge numbers.
What's your ID number? You have ID
OC
numbers.
1342.
1342.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been a cop?
I don't have to answer that.
Right.
Right now, you're just going to be trespassing the property.
Well, that's not a legal trespass.
Okay, that's fine. You can fight that in court if you want, so that's no problem.
And if you want to go back on property after we provide you this trespass, that's at your own risk.
Hey, has Walker been a dick the whole time since he started here, or no?
I love it.
You'll see a second Fourth Amendment rights violation
All right, sir,
coming up in just a moment.
Trespass from Walmart, all right? Like I explained, if you're caught back on the property, you will go to jail.
Hey, just
All
to
right?
be clear, you demanded ID based on the suspicion of the crime of disturbance, right? Is that a misdemeanor or a felony? What would you arrested me for?
Here's your license back.
No, I'm asking. Since
Here's your.
it's
license
for
back and
what's your
trespass
name and ID number? What's your
My name is Officer King.
Officer King?
Yes. Here.
What's your ID number? What's your ID number?
Thank you, sir. Have a
So,
good day.
so you think you can ID somebody? I'm free to go, right?
So that guy right there, watch him again.
Yes. Here.
Watch this white guy over here on the right.
What's your ID number? What's your ID number?
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
So you think you can ID somebody? I'm free to go, right?
So right there. So let me put it in perspective for you, okay? You can't just be a dick there. You can't just be a dick over here and then turn around and go do something else and you're no longer a dick. You're either an asshole or you're not an asshole. Either you're an asshole to people all the time or you're not an asshole. So you just saw the kind of people they're hiring to be
Okay.
cops.
Yes. Here.
What's your ID number? What's your ID number?
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
So you
See, he's a dick all the time. He's a dick to his family. He's a dick to his friends. He's a dick to everybody all the time. That's the guy. That's who he is right there. You just saw it. You just saw it. That's the guy right there. He is who he is. He is who he is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
you think you can ID somebody? I'm free to go, right? I'm free to go, right? Yeah. Okay. Hey, so you think you can ID somebody for the crime of disturbance? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? You're running away now? Running away now?
I immediately went to their police department for a complaint form. I always recommend anybody with a valid complaint do so in writing. Otherwise, the same cops will continue to do the same things to other citizens. And in some cases, they still will anyway, but you can at least do your part. But I'm about to show you another clip of one of those cops contradicting himself a few days later, where he didn't recognize me and told me that a person must still be on the property when police arrive in order to be formally trespassed by police, just as I had told them, and they acted like I was crazy or stupid for saying it. That trespass, of course, was the least.
I dropped the link for this video in the chat already.
So they're detaining me and they won't tell me why. Why am I being detained, officer? Sir, can I have your name and badge number? Why am I being detained?
Hello?
What are you doing? Why are you putting your hands on my wife? Why are you putting your freaking hands on my wife, dude? Why are you putting your hands on my wife? What the hell did she do? Why are you putting your hands on my wife? Shame on
And can you take a look at where that is? It's in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the same old, same old. You know, hey, Brendan Bork, you're going to lose your qualified immunity in federal district court. That's what's going to happen. You're going to lose your qualified immunity. And then it's going to change in Las Vegas where cops stop arresting people for filming them. But once again, we're seeing, if you agree with Gavin Newsom or Donald Trump that you shouldn't have a First Amendment, if you agree with Newsom and you agree with Trump that we should limit the First Amendment for this group of people or for that group of people, this is going to be indefensible. They're going to be able to arrest us for anything. The First Amendment is the most important amendment because if you can't speak, then you can't live. If you can't speak, then you can't speak thoughts. Thinking is morality. Changing the world requires thinking. If you can't speak out what you're thinking, then you have no rights at all whatsoever. I mean, look, if you endorse the degradation of the First Amendment, this is what we're going to get. Tell me what she's done wrong here. It's not detainment. That is arrested. Terry versus Ohio creates that magical term called detainment. That is not detainment. That's arrested.
So they're detaining me and they won't tell me why.
That is not detainment. Put it in the chat. That is not detainment. That's arrested.
Why am I being detained, officer? Sir, can I have your name and badge number? Why am I being detained?
Hello?
What are you doing? Why are you putting your hands on my wife? Why are you putting your freaking hands on my wife, dude? Why are you putting your hands on my wife? What the hell did she do? Why are you putting your hands on my wife?
It's her First Amendment right to film police, and they're cuffing her up and arresting her. They're cuffing her up, and this is 5 months old. AJ Hurley and his wife were unlawfully arrested and are still held in jail for simply using their First Amendment right to record my climb yesterday. AJ Hurley subscribed, liked.
Shame on you still have it. Your feet in your eyes.
He's asking a really valid question. Why is he being detained?
I'm going to take you to jail. Do you understand?
He was just wondering why he's being detained. Does it matter?
Well, it does matter, but there's time and place for questions and answers. And right now,
Well, he's behind a car. He had a right to know why he's in a car.
we always give that opportunity.
But you didn't.
There's time and place.
But you didn't tell him. That's why. It is.
What a pig.
But you didn't.
There's time and place. Give that opportunity.
So that's what that pig right there looks like. That's what he looks like. Listen, I mean, we are where we are. We are where we are. We are in a police state, prison state, death state. That's where we are. Cheryl nailed it herself right there. That's what we're living in. That's what we're living in. I'm telling you right now, from the very beginning, the moment you interact with a cop, number one, you start filming. Number one, cop cited, you start filming. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. I invoke my First Amendment right to film you. Turner versus Driver upholds the First Amendment. Number two, cop approaches and states alleged infraction or questions you. In this case, his wife. Start filming and give the cop all required legal documents. You don't have to ID if you're on the street unless there's probable cause. While filming, give all the cops legal documents and say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Number three, cop asks you to exit the vehicle. She's walking down the street. Cop asks you to consent to search. You can tell him no. You can say yes, and then you can revoke that consent. Cop says he smells something. Cop says he's calling a canine. This is the driver card. This is the non-driver card. You should have both of these cards. Put a 1 in the chat if you have these cards now. Everybody should have a pair of these in their wallet. All we can do is invoke our rights. You catch it on camera, and I'll help you sue them. If you guys didn't know, I'll show you. So here this is right here. If you use the Fifth Amendment cop cards or you use the trifold and you get arrested for your First Amendment right being violated, I will crowdfund your attorney. Go to deletelaws.com and I'll give you buy the trifold. I'll give you the cop cards for free, or just get the cop cards or just get the trifold. If you just get the trifold, I'm going to give you everything. Here's how deadly serious I am about it. This is the fundraiser for Press with Rancor. We did this the other night. You guys remember? So we raised 2,000. I put another 1,000 in. I'm still going to put another 1,000 in. I'm going to finish the entire thing. We have to get to 60 grand. So you guys put in $2,000 the other day. I added another 1,000, and this goes to Jim Mikowski's right there. This goes to Press with Rancor. Tomorrow is Press with Rancor's court date for filming cops. He caught it on camera. We crowdfunded his attorney. That's what happened. If you guys are unaware, tomorrow, Garrett Van Nett's trial in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan begins. I really wish I could get someone to go up there to sit in the courtroom for his trial. Obviously, I'm going to match the funds. You guys put in 2,000. I put in 1,000. I'm going to put in 1,000 more. Obviously, from being in jail for 4 months, I'm a little bit down financially, or I would be on a plane right now heading to the Upper Peninsula to go to Press with Rancor's trial. This is the money that you guys put into his GoFundMe. And actually there's $0 from his GoFundMe. That's every dime of that came directly from my bank account, because he went to cash out the GoFundMe, but apparently it takes a few days. So there's going to be a couple $1,000s more going to his lawyer. We have to unite together. We have to unite together. And I've got some really, so I got to make sure it's okay. Let me make sure it's okay. Let me ask Garrett if I can play it. Garrett, are you still in the room? Press with Rancor, are you still here? There you are, right there. So hey, Garrett, you know, all my calls are recorded. If you guys ever talk to me on the phone, if you ever video call with me, every single call I do is recorded. And if Garrett will give me permission, I will play the phone call that we had today. So let me make sure it's all right first. I don't want to violate Garrett's trust. This is Garrett's GoFundMe. If you guys want to donate some money, tomorrow his trial begins. His entire crime is filming a cop. We saw it on video. I made the promise that if you invoke your rights and they still arrest you, that I will crowdfund your attorney's fees. And that's exactly what we're doing. You see that money was put in today. That money was put in today. 7/29/2024, right there. So then I talked to Garrett today on the phone for a little while, and we had a pretty long talk. I guess it was, I can wait on it, Garrett. I don't have to show it. I don't have to let people hear our phone call, because, you know, Garrett's going through a lot of stress right now. He's really stressed out, facing a jury tomorrow. They're going to pick the jury. We got Jim Mikowski from Mikowski Law Group. He's there, Mikowski Legal Group. He's up there in the Upper Peninsula. It's 300 miles each way for him to go there. He's driven 3 times back and forth now to the Upper Peninsula. So Press with Rancor tomorrow is facing the dungeon. He's facing the dungeon tomorrow. Sorry, Garrett. Sure, buddy. I'll wait to play it. You know, I'll just say this. Today, Garrett and I, Press with Rancor, we had to have some really hard and honest conversation. And we're going to talk again tomorrow. But we've had to have some real serious talks about facing a dungeon for filming a cop. This guy faces a dungeon. He's facing a dungeon right now for filming a cop. So it's just, I feel so horrible for Garrett and what he's facing right now, because I was just locked away for 4 months for filming a cop. I was just locked away for 4 months. So you hear a lot of things. You hear about a lot of different rumors and this and that and all kinds of stuff. Let's put Press with Rankers GoFundMe up here one more time. If you guys have $5 or $10 and you want to throw it into the fund for the Mikowski Legal Group to represent Garrett, then go ahead and throw that in. If some of you guys want to throw the fundraiser up in there. Thanks for the super chat, Gary. Diversity is our weakness. Unity is our strength. Yeah. I mean, Gary, we're living in 1984. Up is down, down is up, good is bad, bad is good, smart is dumb. That's what we're living in right now. That's what we're living in right now. So we're really facing a hard time. So I want to read this to you guys. This is how Project 2025 has unprecedented power over the Justice Department. Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of Project 2025. Has anybody heard of Project 2025? Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of it. I just want to know how many people in here have heard of this Project 2025. And there's Gloria. She put Press with Rankers GoFundMe in there. If you guys want to drop $5 or $10 in there, that's great. But put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of Project 2025. So I found this article today, and it's the Marshall Project, and I want to get into some of the detail of what exactly the 2025 project is. So, and this is a very short read. This is only a few pages. It's very short. On a dreary day in April, I was at a federal courthouse in Baltimore to report on an odd hearing. City officials and residents had turned out and demanded the federal government continue its civil rights investigation into the Baltimore Police Department, and the government was there to argue that its investigation should be halted. Why did the government want to stop its own investigation? Because it had begun under the Obama administration, and President Trump's Justice Department now generally rejected the legitimacy of these kinds of probes into the police. This investigation approach has been used to look into abusive policing tactics in Ferguson, Minneapolis, and dozens of other police departments since the mid-1990s. After a high-profile police violence, it typically leads to enforceable agreements between local officials and the Department of Justice known as a consent decree. Project 2025, a nearly 1,000-page agenda for a second Trump presidency compiled by the right-wing Heritage Foundation, suggests that the Department of Justice would reject federal probes into police abuse once again. I mean, read it again. Read it again. Do you see it? I mean, read it. 1,000 pages. The document would stop federal probes into police departments. That's real. That's very real. That worries Yasmin Kadar, director of the Trone Center for Justice and the American Civil Liberties Union. It's a really important government function. And if it's abandoned, it leaves local jurisdictions to do whatever they may do without fear of the investigation. In 2017, then Attorney General Jeff Sessions simply allowed most of the tools available to the Civil Rights Division to rust on the shelf. In contrast, the second iteration of the Trump administration's Department of Justice is set to remake the division as an instrument for promoting a right-wing agenda. That's according to the Trump campaign's rhetoric, and the former president has pledged to open civil rights investigations to what he called radical leftist prosecutors. So let's talk about it a little bit. Put a 1 in the chat if putting people in jail hasn't made our society safer. Put a 1 in the chat if jailing and imprisoning people hasn't made America safer or better. How's crime in your city, state? How is crime in your town, your city, or your state? Crime's never been worse. Putting people in jail for years on end doesn't make them a better person. It doesn't solve the crime. It takes that criminal off the street for a couple years while another criminal does what he does because he doesn't have any education. Jailing is failing. You cannot put people in jail time and time and time again. And then when they get out, they commit more crimes and you wonder why. Your dog bites somebody. You put it in dog retraining school. They beat the dog. They hit the dog. They kick the dog. Your dog gets out. He bites 2 people. Jailing is failing. And let me just, if you don't want to hear it, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It's the right. The right continues with the policing and the prisons and the jails, and we're going to end these liberal prosecutors. What are you talking about? Most people know that jailing doesn't work. Project 2025 is absolutely terrifying. Schedule F does raise the specter that the whole equation can change, which would allow them to do a lot more of this. Both Schedule F and the idea of bringing federal legal action against district attorneys are mentioned in Project 2025. The document bursts into national politics conversation in recent weeks, largely because of extreme proposals and revolutionary zeal it contains. Trump has tried to distance himself from Project 2025, but it was produced by a number of his former administrative officials and close advisors, and many provisions echo plans that Trump himself has either promised or has already tried in his first term. For example, Project 2025 calls for the elimination of all consent decrees, in line with how the Trump Justice Department tried to end federal investigations into the Baltimore Police Department in 2017. Project 2025 also calls for federal prosecutors to circumvent local district attorneys to charge people for crimes when local prosecutors do not. Catter, who spent more than 13 years as a federal public defender, told me this wouldn't always be possible, as federal laws and state laws don't always overlap. But she said that gun and drug crimes are huge areas of criminal law where federal prosecutors could have a marked impact on mass incarceration by pursuing more cases and seeking longer sentences, as Project 2025 proposes. There's a really funny one in here. This is absolutely hilarious. So there's another part in here where, do you guys remember the woman who was in jail? I believe her name was Alice Johnson. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Alice Johnson. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember the woman who'd been put in jail for 30 years for Mary Jane, and she'd been put in jail for 30 years. Okay. So Trump had called for the death penalty for all chemical dealers. All Mary Jane dealers, all chemical dealers should get the death penalty. And then the person interviewing him reminded him, but what about Alice Johnson? You pardoned her. He said, that's right. She was treated very unfairly. He said, well, by your standard, then she'd be dead right now and you wouldn't have been able to pardon her. And he said, oh, well, it would be up to now. Moving forward, all drug dealers would be executed. It doesn't work. You know, right now at the Clark County Detention Center, there's people who are in fear because they are charging people now with murder for having the fentanyl pills. And if we remove the dissent decree from the federal government.
Oh my God. Whoa, what the you are going? What the
Samantha is not.
Get it on video. Try and get it on video.
This young woman is being arrested, but she's not going down without a fight.
You're going to jail. You don't get to resist.
20-year-old Samantha Alonzo Luna and her friends were pulled over by cops near Humboldt State University in Northern California. One of them is arrested for sticking her head out of the sunroof. Samantha is not happy about it.
Why are you being so rude?
You're the one that's being rude.
I'm sorry that anyone
You're the one that's being rude.
How am I being rude?
Seriously? You're about 2 seconds from going to jail for public intoxication. Do you not understand that? So I would stop talking if I were you.
But Luna continues to argue with the cop.
When I asked your last name, then you should have told me.
That is my last name. Samantha Luna is my last name.
Luna. What's on your license?
Alonzo Luna. My last name is Luna.
The cop has had enough.
Get out of the
car. No, I'm not.
Right. And listen to how the mainstream reporter doesn't say that you shouldn't be arrested for putting your head out of a sunroof.
Then you should have told
that
me.
That is my last. How am I being rude?
Seriously? You're about 2 seconds from going to jail for public intoxication. Do you not understand that?
Oh, because she says so. Because the cop says so. So there would be no investigation into her. You couldn't hold her accountable through the courts. Nothing.
So I would stop talking if I were you.
Stop talking. She wants to curb her free speech. She wants to end her First Amendment right to have speech.
But Luna continues to argue with the cop.
Of course, because I have a right to argue with a jackboot thug pig. Of course.
When I asked your last name, then you should have told me.
That is my last name. Samantha Luna is my last name.
What's on your license?
Alonso Luna. My last name is Luna.
The cop has had enough.
Get out of the car.
No,
And I can't stand the reporter.
I'm not getting out of the car. No, I'm not.
You're going to jail.
Oh my God.
For what? For what reason is she going to jail? Right there. This is what I'm talking about. For what reason is she going to jail? Why does she need to be taken off the streets in torture cuffs and drugged down to a dungeon? Why? Because her and the cop don't get along? Put a 1 in the chat if you don't get along with cops either. I don't get along with cops. I don't like cops. I don't respect cops. I think most cops are scumbags, and I know they are. But there would be no investigation into her. I'm still praying for a miracle. I'm praying for a miracle that Kamala and Trump are both abducted by aliens. I'm still praying for the miracle. I really hope and pray that the aliens come and abduct Kamala and abduct Trump so that we can at least put someone in there with common sense. And I know RFK's got some pretty far out ideas. I know he's a gun grabber, but at least he's not completely insane like Kamala and Trump. They're completely insane. Completely insane. And Trump wants to make it so that there could be you can't sue the cops. He wants to indemnify them. And then on the left, Kamala Harris, she made sure that the California state prisoners stayed in prison so there would be a workforce for California. We're living in absolute dystopia. I don't know why watch this.
What's on your license?
Why does she have to be drugged out of the car this way? And what gives this cop the right to grab her and drag her out of the car in this violent manner?
Alonso Luna. My last name is Luna.
The cop has had enough.
Get out of the car.
No, I'm not getting out of the car. No, I'm not.
You're going to jail for what? What's she going to jail for? What's she going to jail for? What is she going to jail for? What's the purpose of taking her off the street and putting her in a cage? Listen, as far as politically right now, I mean, how about this? Do you agree that we're completely fucked right now? Do you agree that it doesn't matter if you vote for Kamala or Trump? Both of them are cop-sucking statist authoritarians. I mean, we're completely screwed. We're living in an upside-down, backward state. These people don't give a shit about you or I. And people tell me, oh, Chili, you think you're going to be able to change things when you go into government? Yes, I do. Yes, I think I can change things. Yes, or I wouldn't be doing this. I'd go do something else with my time. I don't know what she has to be drugged off out of her car this way and taken to jail. I just don't understand the reason why.
The cop has had enough.
Get out of the car.
No, I'm not getting out of the car. No, I'm not.
You're going to jail.
Oh my God. Whoa, what the?
You are going?
What the? Try and get it on video. Try and get it on video.
She grabs the cop by her hair.
Let go of my hair. Stop hitting her. Let go of my hair.
Why is that cop special? That cop attacked a non-violent person. Why shouldn't the cop have her hair pulled? You attacked her. Why shouldn't she be able to attack you back? It's obviously a personal thing. Obviously, you're an asshole pig. Obviously. Why can't she attack the cop back? Oh, you can't fight back. I agree. We shouldn't go to violence. We're heading that way. It's horrible. We are heading for a real problem in this country. How many videos like this do we have to see? She attacked her first. She jerked her out of the car. Then this other copper jumps in to help her attack her.
Let go. She won't let go. So the cop tells the other officers to get some scissors and cut her hair.
Cut my hair. Seriously, cut my hair. Cut my hair. I don't care.
We asked security expert Steve Cardian to analyze the video.
Cop sucking.
Even if the police officers were wrong in arresting her, she has no right to resist arrest.
Oh my God. There it is right there. There it is.
We asked security expert Steve Cardian to answer.
Steve Cardian, who thinks he's an ex-piggy? Put a one in the chat if you think Steve Cardian is an ex-pig. If you think he's an ex-pig, this guy's going to come on here and say, no matter what the cops do to you, you have no right to resist them. Let me tell you something, Steve. We're heading in the wrong direction. I'm the leader of the peace movement. I get thousands and thousands of texts and phone calls and emails of people saying, when do we go to the other side? And I keep telling them, no. We have to do it through peace. We have to do it through using our rights. But then listen to what the cop side says. Listen to the people who support the cops. I guarantee you this guy's an ex-cop. Oh, they call him a security expert. I'm going to call him an ex-cop.
We asked security expert Steve Cardian to analyze the video.
Even if the police officers were wrong in arresting her, she has no right to resist arrest. It's a crime in the state of California.
Luna was charged with suspicion of public intoxication and battery on an officer. Check out her mugshot. She's smiling. She posted the videos on an officer. Check out her mugshot. She's smiling.
Why shouldn't she smile?
Intoxication and battery on an officer. Check out her mugshot.
Why shouldn't she smile? Listen, I was just in the dungeon for 4 months. This idea that you should be punished and you should be sad and mad all the time and you should be being punished constantly, it's bullshit. It doesn't make people a better person. You can't have her in jail constantly all bunged up, being treated like shit constantly. You'll ruin the human life. Then she'll get out of the dungeon and she'll make society worse because she's so miserable and unhappy. She should smile. She's got a beautiful smile. Why shouldn't she smile? Check out this mugshot. She's smiling. What about the pig, bro? What about the pig that attacked her? What about that, you cop-sucking piece of shit mainstream state-run reporter? What about the cop? What about that piece of shit pig who attacked her? What about that? No mention. No mention of it.
Shot. She's smiling. She posted the videos on Facebook and blasted the cop. She had no need to act so unprofessional. She was seeking a reaction out of me when she should have been de-escalating the situation.
So is that true? Put a 1 in the chat if that's 100% true. Let me put a 1 for myself. That's 100% true. That is 100% true. She had no need to act so unprofessional. She should have been de-escalating the situation.
Get it on video. Try and get it on video.
The university says it's investigating Miss Luna, who is not a student at the school, says she's going to file a lawsuit.
Grandmother was rushing her granddaughter to the emergency room.
Quit being so entitled.
Officer Reed Blackheart of Bartlesville,
Get in the car, ma'am, or I'm going to yank you in.
What did they say? Was it Fargosville, Oklahoma? Can you hear the name of this? I'll show you guys the comments. There's only a few. I'd like to see the video and call these cops. And I'm looking for this guy. I thought so too. And I'm trying to reach this guy. I'm trying to find out where we can find more information about this.
Move your foot. Shut up. Shut up. Listen. Be quiet. Hold on. I told you to get out of the vehicle. You did not. You can go to jail for that. You then resisted while we cuffed you. So if you do not be on your best behavior, and I mean absolute best, you do not hit on my windows, you do not yell, be quiet. I am talking. If you say another word, I'm taking your ass to jail. Do you understand me? You are detained. Be quiet. Shut up. So sit here, be quiet, or else your ass can go to jail today.
But she keeps up that attitude, she's going.
Don't put an ambulance by yourself.
Well, right now you're not going with her. At this second, I'm still debating if I'm taking you to jail or not. You can hang out and be on your best behavior, and I might not take you to jail. We will see. I think she's going. She's going to go to jail.
Let's find another parent.
Yeah.
Of course. They don't give a shit about you or me. They want to... Okay, so listen carefully here and take a look at the caption.
Grandmother was rushing.
Arrested for rushing a baby to the ER. And this is, I think it says Fargoville, Oklahoma. I'm not sure. I want to find this original video.
Her granddaughter to the emergency room.
Quit being so entitled.
Officer Reed Blackheart of Bartlesville,
Get in the car,
Oklahoma.
Is it Bartlesville? Rude Blackheart of Bartlesville.
grandmother was rushing her granddaughter to the emergency room.
Quit being so entitled.
Officer Rude Blackheart of Bartlesville,
Get in the car,
Oklahoma.
Officer Rude Blackhold.
Grandmother was rushing her granddaughter to the emergency room.
Quit being so entitled.
Officer Rude Blackheart of Bartlesville,
Get in the car,
Oklahoma.
ma'am. I'm going to yank you
over.
in. Move your foot. Shut up. Shut up. Listen. Listen. Be quiet. Hold on. I told you to get out of the vehicle. You did not. You can go to jail for that. You then resisted while we cuffed you. So if you do not be on your best behavior, and I mean absolute best, you do not hit on my windows, you do not yell, be quiet. I am talking. If you say another word, I'm taking your ass to jail. Do you understand me? You are detained. Be quiet. Shut up. So sit here, be quiet, or else your ass can go to jail today. But if she keeps up that attitude, she's going.
Don't put an ambulance by yourself.
Well, right now, you're not going with her. At this second, I'm still debating if I'm taking you to jail or not. You can hang out and be on your best behavior, and I might not take you to jail. We will see. I think she's going. She's going to go to jail. Let's find another parent. Yeah.
Wow. Just unbelievable.
Grandmother was rushing her granddaughter to the emergency room.
Quit being so entitled.
Officer Rude Blackheart of
Get in the
Bartlesville,
car,
Oklahoma.
ma'am.
Rude Blackheart of Bartlesville. What is it? Rude Blackheart? Is that what she said? Rude Blackheart of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. I put it in the comment section. Is that what his name is?
Grandmother was rushing her granddaughter to the emergency room.
Quit being so entitled.
Officer Rude Blackheart of Bartlesville.
Blackhard. Is it BLACKHARDT? Is that what it is? Let me see something. Bartlesville. Right there is Bartlesville. There's Bartlesville right there. Let me see. There's Bartlesville right there. Let me just see. I want to let's just real quick. Let me just see.
Police department.
I was calling. Do you have an Officer Blackheart there?
An Officer Blackheart?
Is it? I can't catch the name on the video. Rude Blackheart or Root Blackheart?
Oh, there's a Blackguard. Is that who you're talking about? Blackguard?
What is it? I'm sorry. Say it again.
Blackguard. BLACKARD.
Blackguard. What's his first name?
Not sure what Officer Blackheart's first name is.
BLACKARD. Is that what you said? Blackguard.
Did you need to get a message or?
I want to get a hold of him. Is there a way to reach him?
I can get a message to him with regarding.
Sure. Well, I'm a journalist and I was watching this video on YouTube and he arrested a woman rushing a baby to the hospital. And then they at the end of the video, all I hear is that they're taking her to jail. And I just wanted to understand what the whole thing was about and what the deal is.
I can have our public relations officer get in touch with you.
That'd be great.
What's your name?
My name is Chili, Chille. My last name is DeCastro. My name is Chili DeCastro. And
is this a good phone number for you, the 32?
Yeah, you can reach me on this number. You can text me here or you can call me here.
That's an LA number?
Yeah, I'm based out of Los Angeles. Listen, I mean, millions of people watch and listen to the things that I do in life. It's a very strange life, but it's true. And
okay, and you're a journalist for with who?
Oh, I'm a journalist. I'm an independent journalist.
So independent.
Mm-hmm. Well, I actually started a new organization. I just don't want to say the name out loud right now, but I've started a new press organization for journalists around the country who are individual journalists to give us a group so that we have a union paying group of members.
Okay.
So
okay, I'll get the information over to, they probably won't get back to you until, after 8 a.m. or 9.
And Blacker, he's a daytime cop, right?
I'm not sure what shift he's on.
And how many, because, I don't know anything about Bartlesville, Oklahoma, but how big is that town?
I don't know. I think the population is like 35,000 or something.
35,000?
No, you can Google that.
So it's a big little town. Is that right? Would you consider it like a big, small town?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then how many, about how many, maybe you can't give me the exact number, but about how many police officers do you have on the police force there?
I have no idea. You would have to talk to the public relations person.
And last thing, and then I know you got to go back to work. I'm so sorry thank you for your time, by the way. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Has anybody else called in about this arrest that we're seeing go across the internet now?
I can't comment on anything like that.
But okay. So you got my number here. You got a copy of it, and then you can have either. And then who's the chief?
I'll pass it along to who it needs to go to.
Who's the chief of police there, or the captain, or the lieutenant?
His name is Kevin Eichelberry.
Kevin Eichelberry, and he's in the morning there tomorrow.
He should be.
Like Tackleberry from the old Police Academy videos, but Eichelberry. Eichelberry. Do you remember the old Police Academy movies? Are you old enough to remember those?
Yeah.
How funny were those, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. And I'll either reach out to Mr. Eichelberry tomorrow or try to call back for Mr. Blackard.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
So let me let the cat out of the bag a little bit since you guys are you guys just heard me leave a voice, have a conversation with her. So while I was in the dungeon, I had a lot of time to think. And so what I have created, and the entity is done now, I just have to put in the operating agreement. I've created a nonprofit organization that unionizes independent journalists. That's what I've been working on. That's what I've created. It's a union paying dues organization so that we have some backing as independent journalists. And there's many facets to what I've created, but the most important one is that you have a union behind you, just like the police have a union. But I think that we can be a bigger union than the police. So it's something I've been working on for a while, and I haven't told anybody about it, but it's coming now. It's coming right now. By the end of August, it'll be up and running. So you'll be able to sign up on a particular website. I don't want to give the website out yet, but you'll be able to sign up on a website where you can be a union dues paying member and at the same time make money from your journalism. So for example, right now we need somebody up in the Upper Peninsula to go to Press with Ranker's trial. Does anybody know anybody in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan? Listen, I would be on a plane right now, but I was just in jail for 4 months. Between me, you, and everybody who's going to hear this, I'm struggling a little bit right now. I'm a little bit down financially right now. Of course I am. I was just locked up for 4 months, and then I had to pay tens of thousands of dollars for attorneys, and crowdfunding covered 85% of it, but I still had to come out of pocket, and I still had to pay the people on my staff, on my team. So I'm a little bit down, but right now we could, you are Big Mike Audits. Can you email me real quick, Big Mike Audits? Can you shoot me an email to deletelaws@gmail.com? Because we need somebody in that courtroom tomorrow and on Wednesday to cover Press with Ranker's trial. And I would love to get a media pass in there. Look, I checked on tickets. Like, I'll show you here. Here it is right here. So check it out. This is just the one-way ticket right there. You're talking about it would cost me about $1,000 to go up there and come back, at least $1,000 bucks. And it's I mean, it is what it is. But Big Mike Audits, if you can get up there, I could probably put together some gas money or some, I mean, if you're in the Upper Peninsula, can you just go to the courtroom and take great notes about everything you see? And I mean, we've got it. This is the whole reason why I'm an hour drive away. I'm an hour drive away. Wow. Hey, Big Mike Audits. If you can shoot me an email, deletelaws@gmail.com. And then do you have a channel, Big Mike Audits? Let me check real quick. Right there. So there it is right there. And I started this channel recording so-called law enforcement and government because I believe the First Amendment movement, and I'm tired of seeing so-called law enforcement and government taking advantage of people. So many people are afraid of so-called law enforcement and government and don't know how to stand up for their rights and just give their rights away. Let me make it big so you guys can see what I'm reading here. And government and say and do because they have the knowledge or are afraid to stand up for their own rights and exercise their own rights. Please join the fight and push back against the government and overreach and fight for our rights. Pick up a camera and record and question everything they say. I don't claim to know everything, but what I do know is government wants to and will take as many rights as they can, you put the word but as they can if we don't stand up to them. If you choose to record police and government, just know it could lead to getting arrested or having your rights violated. I subscribed here. Videos. Oh, so Big Mike is active now. The latest, he did a video 8 hours ago, 1 day ago, 3 days ago, 5 days ago. See, okay, so Big Mike Audits is a perfect example of the reason why I started a unionized organization for journalists, for independent journalists. Big Mike Audits, right now, if the organization was up and running, we could pay you a little stipend to go and cover the things that need to be covered. And then with being an independent journalist and a member and a dues paying member, then if you were to be arrested, then the dues paying members, the account would bail you out of jail. I sat in jail for months and I thought about how can I bring this group of journalists, these independent journalists together. And so I'm almost done with it now. It should be done within like a week. Yeah, it's extraordinarily real. And at first, we're all going to have to pay into it a little bit, $20, $25 a month. But over time, it's going to create a national organization of independent journalists. And so when Caroline and Fort Worth was attacked, then we could then send a journalist out to the Fort Worth Police Department to question the captain or the chief. And now we have Big Mike Audits up there in the Upper Peninsula. Well, Big Mike Audits, one of the biggest stories that you're going to cover this year is going to be the Press with Rancor trial. And right now, I don't have an organization set up to pay you for your time, but I'll pay you. I'm more than willing to give you some money, Big Mike Audits. I'm more than willing to pay some money. I'm more than willing to pay money out of my own pocket for Big Mike Audits to go up there and cover the trial for Press with Rancor tomorrow and the next day. He may have a job. He may need a little bit of a stipend. I'm willing to cover that because I looked at tickets for me to go there and back is about $1,250. And I'm a little bit down. I'm a lot down. I'm a lot down. So, but let's check out one of Mike's audits. So this is the one he did just 8 hours ago. Let me go to popular videos. This one's 22 minutes. Let's just check out.
Stopping on crosswalks, holding up traffic. Holy crap.
There he is. We're going to interview you. Hang on. Yeah, baby.
All
1 minute. 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 1 minute.
Bye. could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free. Man, pick expect hands break through the chains, go free.
We're doing today, folks. Big Mike Audits. We're back in Manistee, Michigan, as you can see. Last time I was here, I was here holding my sign. This one, I'll show you. Pop it up. And so when I was here with that, doing that sign, people didn't like it. Now, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll put a link in the description for you. But I've come back with a new sign. So I'll tell you what my first sign said. My first sign said, I love Smith versus Cumming, Georgia. And people didn't like it. So I've made a new sign now. And I'm back with my new sign for the people. And we'll see if they like this sign better. Hopefully they do. Let me show you.
What happened there?
So
moms love Smith versus Cummings. Okay, I get the joke.
That's the sign, and we're gonna hang out here holding that sign. Maybe we'll go across the street to the post office here. Maybe we'll stand here and hold that sign. Heck, maybe we'll walk down the road here and hold that sign.
You know, Mike, you seem absolutely perfect to me. So I found your email address, Mike. I found your email address on your page, and I sent you over my phone number. Shoot me a text message, Mike, because if you have any time available tomorrow and the next day, I would be more than willing to compensate you a little bit of money out of my own pocket for you to get up there and cover Press with Rankers trial. As a matter of fact, tomorrow, I think that we could put in a media request for you to be able to film that trial on Wednesday. Tomorrow's jury selection, and then there is a trial on Wednesday. So let me put Big Mike Audits link in the chat right here real quick. Everybody get over here and subscribe to Big Mike Audits. Let's see if we can get Big Mike. Tomorrow, jury selection starts at 8:00 in the morning. I'm pretty sure. There's the link to Big Mike Audits. Get over there, subscribe to his channel. And then I just sent you my phone number via email to Big Mike Audits to your email address that's listed on your YouTube page. So it comes directly from deletelaws@gmail. So that's the only email address that I use is deletelaws@gmail. Any other email address is not me. So Mike, if you can get up there, that would be great. I would be super happy to because I just did my accounting today, and it is what it is, because this right here, make sure you guys don't see too much here because I have weird, crazy people who are stalkers. But going to Chase Bank today and getting the money lined out for the lawyer today, you guys put in a couple grand and the money didn't come out of that GoFundMe yet. I had to pull it out of my bank account. So then after that, I was like, do I have the money to continue to get up to Michigan? And I just don't know. I just watched that one that he posted 6 hours ago from Big Mike. Okay. So Big Mike, I gave you my number. Let's watch a little bit more of your audit. Let's check out what you're doing over here.
And I don't know, I might even go over this way to the state police substation, whatever station. I might stand in front of that place and hold that sign too.
Moms love Smith versus Cumming.
And let's hold the sign. You know what I'm saying? We'll stand right under this American flag.
Mind if I interview you?
You know, if you want to ask some questions, feel free.
All right. What is your name and occupation?
My name's none of your business.
Okay. Why are you putting Moms Love Cumming?
Read the whole thing.
Yeah, but why do you write Smith so small?
Well, read the whole thing.
Why are you writing Smith
Read
so
the whole
small?
thing.
Why are you writing so small?
Read the whole thing.
But why are you writing it so
What
small?
does it say?
Why you agree?
What does it say?
It says Moms Love Coming.
It says
And
Mom-
Georgia too. Who's
says-
Georgia?
Says
I know a
Moms
5-year-old
Love
named
Smith
Georgia.
versus Cumming, Georgia.
Are you talking about my 5-year-old sister named Georgia?
No, it's
She was-
actually case law. It recognizes our rights to video police in the course of their duties.
But why do you write it so small?
So little Karens like you get all fired up.
Why you want us to get fired?
Look at you, you're melting, dude.
Why you want to get? Why you want us to get?
You're
fired?
melting. Yeah, you're melting.
Why do you want us?
Yeah.
Why do you want us to get mad though?
I want to educate you.
Educate.
Yeah.
Well, write it bigger then, dumbass.
Come ask a question instead
That's the second name that he's called. He's called him names twice now.
of being a dumbass and yelling stupid shit about something you don't know about.
Well, Jesus Christ, write it bigger.
Now he's cursing again.
Come read it.
Well, why do you have to write Cumming so big? Why don't you write Smith big and then Cumming small?
You don't think moms like to come too?
No.
That's I mean, really.
And look at this guy. He's willing to go and talk, but he's got to cover himself up.
Talk about his Instagram followers.
Yeah. What about your Instagram followers?
What about them?
You follow some perverted people.
Some perverted people.
Yeah.
Yeah? Like who?
Like
I don't know their names.
Like some porn stars.
Some porn stars like who?
Like a lot of people.
Like the whole 30-some that I follow on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean,
If that.
Good for you. I mean, like,
Maybe it's 19. I don't know. I don't look at it that often. It's not that important.
but,
I want to see more videos and see some. This one was 3 days ago. There it is. Mike, great meme. We've identified the threat. It's the press that is holding up a mirror to what they do.
It was 11:47, the 25th of July.
Good luck, Wanda. You and I haven't talked
What
in
did
a
he
while.
pull you over for? Because of your tailgate? Remember, you had the right not to answer any questions.
There you go.
Anything you say can and will be used.
Mike, I'm going to send you out some trifolds so that you have some trifolds. You know, so I took a look at the pricing to fly up there. To fly from Chicago to Marquette up to the, what's it called? I think it's called the Sawyer Airport, SAWYER, was $600. That's just to fly from O'Hare in Chicago up to Sawyer Airport, which is in Escanaba, Gladstone, that area. So it ended up costing a little over $1,250 to be able to fly in, and that's just for the one day. That it's not including the hotel. So I want to get up there for his trial, but I just don't know. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it. No, I've Mountain Mover. I have researched it every different way. After talking to Garrett Vanette today, I have researched it every single different way. And so Mike, this, for Big Mike Audits, whose video we're watching now, I don't know if this will be your first paid journalistic gig, but I'm definitely willing to contribute some money because I was going to fly up there myself. But with money being a little tight right now, I just want to make sure I want to get up there for the trials. What I really want to do. I want to do that more than anything else. Chevy, where's Chevy at? Chevy, are you still here? Are you still here, Chevy? I don't know where you went. I don't know where Chevy went. Is he still around?
So he pulled the guy over, he said, for his tailgate being open. He clearly don't live far from here, and he was just going and getting some sand.
So Big Mike said that the video that he dropped today is the best video he's ever done.
You better get control of your old friend here before he gets hurt. I'm showing restraint. Go. I'm going to invoke my right to remain silent. If you want my identification, I'll give it under threat of arrest and duress.
Okay.
And that's it at this point, because I've done nothing wrong.
Okay.
I haven't broken the law, and
You
I know
haven't,
and I know I'm not required to give out ID unless I broke the law.
Okay. All right. Well, and I'll let you think that.
Warning, viewer discretion is here to impact these. All right, folks, I'm just wanted to say this video, I got a banger of a video for you. I got the good, the bad, and the ugly. Downs over public.
I've had it camera.
561-305-0666.
That's live.
Yeah.
They'll call you. Okay. What do you do? What do you got, like a boat? What do you?
She has a boat.
Well, what was you advertising there?
No, that's for Tottenham painting.
Oh, for your painting?
Yeah. They don't have anybody.
Number 27, short order pickup.
See, you see the youth get it. You see these guys who are just teenagers, and this kid may be 20 years old. See that? The kids today get it, that you are allowed to film anywhere that the public eye can see. You are allowed to film anywhere the public eye can see. The kids get it.
27.
So the kid waves because these guys are both smiling. Look at the woman who's about 40, 45 years old. She's freaked out. Honey, you're behind the times. Cameras are going to pop in windows. Anywhere the public can see, the camera can see as well.
27, short order pickup. Number 27.
27.
Take a look at this guy. Ready? Wait. Take a look at him in the corner on the right over here. Look at his face. Look at these people. The kids are amused because they understand the law. They understand that the way the world works today is cameras. And these two older Gen Xers or boomers are freaked out. Look at his face. He's smiling because that's the way it is. Now the dad starts laughing. Now he's laughing. Kid's a little embarrassed because he's a teenager. He's got to be in high school. And Big Mike's giving him a thumbs up for not being a dick.
Yep, popping in there, huh? What do you mean?
So he's allowed to film inside this store. If his front doors are open and Mike's on the sidewalk, he can film inside the store.
No photos in the shop.
What do you mean? Not in the shop.
Doesn't matter, but no photos.
You know photos. You, no photos.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, mister. Photo.
Mike's correct.
Say cheese.
Don't take fucking photos. The fuck, man.
That guy's really dumb. You tell a guy who has a camera and he's rolling film, he's rolling digital video, not to film. What do you think he's going to do?
Well, that's a good way to represent your business. In a tourist town, no photos. We will take photos. What is the name of this joint?
I don't know.
Fun City, Mackinac City, Family. Oh, the closing of shame. Closing the door of shame. Aww.
The windows are still made out of glass.
Aww. Locked it?
He locked and closed his own business because he's going to film. He can film right through those windows.
Guess he closed. Guess he's closing early.
Where do you post this stuff?
Oh, these guys come out?
YouTube, what is it?
Big Mike Audits.
All right. I want to see myself.
You know?
Oh, there he is.
Why?
See, that's the way it is. The teenagers today get it, that we live in a digital era today.
That stuff?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's what I do. I got like a little over 2,600 subscribers.
That's cool.
And this dude come out, no video, no pictures. You know, he was all upset. So, why not?
Why, yes.
Why not?
I'm going to see Paul.
Hey, what's up, my friend? How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
All right. Why are you taking pictures?
What do you mean taking pictures? Why not?
Why, yes.
Why not?
Why, yes. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the owner.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, why do you taking picture of my store?
Why not?
Why, yes.
What do you mean, yes?
All right, please turn it off.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Don't take pictures of me.
No, I'm taking pictures of you, bud.
Because I'm going to break this.
Dude, you touch my stuff, I'll fuck you up, son.
You're going to fuck me?
I will hurt you.
Come on.
Touch me and my stuff, and you will get hurt.
Listen to me.
I'm going to tell you that right now.
Very, very
you
nice.
keep your hands to yourself, old man.
Fuck
Understand
you,
that?
fucking fuck.
Understand that?
Don't take pictures of my store.
Understand that?
Now, you want me to punch you?
You punch me, that's your ass, not
Yeah.
mine.
You want to try me?
I want to let you know, this is a stand your ground state. You touch
Hello?
me, I will fuck you up.
Hello.
Understand that?
Yeah. You're going to fuck me? Come on.
Shit just got real. Holy shit. Shit just got real. This old man decided he was an MMA fighter.
Understand that?
Yeah. You're going to fuck me? Come on.
Touch me.
Come on, man. Fuck.
Do it.
Come on.
Do it.
Come
Get
on.
some. Get some, old man.
Come on.
Get it,
punch
old man.
me. Come on, punch me.
Get it, old man.
You want me to break your face?
You ain't breaking shit.
You want to try me?
You better get back, old man, before you hurt yourself.
Yeah. Listen. Fuck you, you fucking motherfucker, piece of garbage fuck. How's
Fuck
that?
you and your business.
No.
Fuck you, motherfucker, piece of shit.
Dude, you better get back. Oh, you thought you got back up here?
Get the fuck out of here,
You better get back.
motherfucker.
Fuck you.
Don't touch me.
Get back.
Don't touch him, we're gonna fucking kill you, you stupid fuck.
Whoa, was that a death threat right there?
Me.
Get back.
Don't touch him, we're gonna fucking kill you, you stupid fuck.
You
Oh,
ain't
no.
doing shit.
All right.
Get fucking back.
Right now. Look,
You better get control of your old friend here before he gets hurt. I'm showing restraint. Go.
Salam.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Kick rocks. Right there, they're watching it too. They're videoing.
Get the fuck out of here, you stupid fuck, motherfucker. Atigabo.
Come on, punch me.
Telling you, stay away.
Come on, punch me.
Stay away from me.
Don't touch me.
Call the police. Call the police.
They're on the way. I already called them.
Yeah.
They'll be here in a minute.
There you go. Cops are going to solve it all, right?
Hey, see that guy swing at me?
If you have the guts, get the camera down, let's go to the back. Me and you. Fuck you.
You can't fight Big Mike, bro. What are you thinking?
You fucking motherfucking piece of garbage.
You don't like it?
No, I don't.
Right around back.
Get the fuck out of here then.
Right around back.
Yeah. Let's see you. Fuck you, you fucking piece of garbage. That's who you are.
You don't like it here?
Wait a minute. Why is Mike a piece of garbage for filming on a public sidewalk? You might want to wake up, bro.
I love it here.
And what the
I
fuck's your
love it
problem?
here.
And what's your problem with my freedom to stand here and take pictures?
No, you cannot.
Take pictures of my fucking business.
I'll take pictures of this business, that business, and all these businesses.
He's exactly correct.
No,
I'll take pictures of you.
Probably you need to go to a doctor.
Maybe you need to go to jail.
No, I don't need to go. Believe me, I don't need
You
to.
done tried punching me. That's assault, dude. You done broke the law.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's people walking.
I'm sorry. This dude just tried hitting me multiple times. Him and his buddy attacked me.
Yeah.
Of course you don't care. Then kick rocks. Keep walking. I'm sorry I was backing up and almost backed into you. My bad.
He's telling me what to do.
I just did.
Aren't you telling him what to do? Aren't you getting in his business? Why don't you move along? Aren't you standing there minding someone else's business? If you kept walking, you wouldn't be involved at all, would you?
I know you do.
Yeah, kick rocks. How about this? Mind your own business. I'm sorry I almost backed into you. You're not gonna come out here and tell me how to fucking be me. Fucking clowns.
Shit.
Guess the police are on their way. I ain't seen no chat pop up in a while, so I don't even know if anybody's like
It's in Michigan. This is in Michigan. Here comes the coppers. Put a 1 in the chat if the cops are not going to make the situation better. I haven't seen this video. Have you seen the video? No one here has seen the video. Put a 1 in the chat if you haven't seen the video. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't think the cops are going to help out at all. There's my 1. I put the 1 in the chat. I don't think the cops are going to help the situation even a little bit. Went too far, Piggy. You passed it, Piggy. Ha 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 ha.
cops are on their way. These dudes just tried to swung dude and
What's their argument going to be? What's he going to say? He was filming from a public place on the street and the sidewalk, and he filmed inside my store, so I came out and tried to punch him. What's the guy's argument going to be to this copper?
Thank you. Crazy nuts. Taking pictures all the time from this store and my store.
Okay. What? Is there a fight going on here?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, we don't want to fight. So what's going on?
Okay, the guy is standing over the side of my business and taking a picture of everything inside.
Okay. All right. Do you have an ID in, sir?
Yes, in my shop.
Okay. Grab that for me. How you doing today, sir?
no, not bad.
Good. So you're taking photos.
So just hold on a minute.
My shop.
Okay.
Now just watch her for a minute, all right? And look, I don't make fun of people, but I make fun of cops. So watch her and look at the kind of people they're hiring to be cops in our country. Just watch her mannerisms, watch the way she acts and behaves. And I've only seen her for 5 seconds, just like you have.
That for me. How you doing today, sir?
No, not bad.
Good. So you're taking photos, I gather.
I'm just out getting some video today.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
All right.
You know, nothing wrong with that. Did you have permission to take photos inside the store?
I was never in the store.
You are?
No.
Okay.
I was taking video from out here. He come out yelling, "No picture, no picture."
Okay.
And I was like, "Whatever, dude," you know.
So you
And
never
then-
went in the store?
No.
Okay.
And then he got mad and shut the door, and then he pinned that up, and then this dude showed up over here, and then he claims he's the owner, so he got all hyper aggressive and stuff, and then he took a couple swings at me.
Okay.
And I just, stiff arm, keep the guy away.
Okay.
Held my camera like this because he threatened to take my camera.
Okay, so let's take a pause right here real quick. Mike, I sent you an email. Send me your address because I'm going to send you out the non-driver Fifth Amendment cop card. Cop cited, you state, I invoke my First Amendment rights. And then the law is in the blue. Number 2, cop approaches and says, any words to you at all? While filming, state these exact words. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Number 3, cop asks you to exit the vehicle. There's no vehicle. Number 4, cop demands ID. Right here, because they're about to demand his ID. Sorry about that. Let me get rid of this light here. Filming, state, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. With reasonable articulable suspicion, Hibble versus Nevada says citizens must state how they ID, not give ID without probable cause. You can get these on deletelaws.com. They're $10, but for Big Mike audits, these are free. I'm going to send you out a couple pairs of these. I'm going to send a pair for you and a pair for a friend. I'm also going to send you out a trifold Big Mike audits. So hit me up on my email.
Other dude threatened to kill me, and then he took a few swings at me and stuff, and I just, I basically stood my ground. You know what I'm saying? In a defensive
Did you ever lay
posture.
hands on him at all?
As far as,
No. So you never touched him or anything like that?
no,
Give your ID on you, sir.
yeah, no, I don't.
I do have to have it because this is an investigation now because there's a physical, that kind of thing going on. So that's why I have to have your ID.
No. No. I don't lose my rights because someone tried to attack me. I still have my Fourth Amendment right. Cop demands ID and says they have reasonable articulable suspicion because there is some. No, while filming, you say, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. No ID is required. With reasonable articulable suspicion, Hibble versus Nevada says citizens may state how they ID, not give ID without probable cause. You have to have probable cause to get my identification. Instead, I'm going to show you this card that I got on deletelaws.com. But I'm not going to give you my ID. It's not going to happen. I don't have to give you my ID, so I'm not going to. And take a look at her.
Oh, am I suspected of a
You do have to have it?
Physical, that kind of thing going on. So that's why I have to have your ID.
I have to have your ID.
Oh, am I suspected
I
of
do have to have it. No, you don't.
Of a crime?
There is a suspicion of the crime.
Am I suspected of a crime?
Yes, you are.
Okay, then I'm going to invoke my right to remain silent.
Boom, right there. The only thing you missed, Mike, is you have to say Fifth Amendment right. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Number 4, cop says there's reasonable articulable suspicion. The card says I don't have to give ID. I do not have to give my identification unless there's probable cause. The law is in the blue. The top stripe is yellow. The next stripe down says, with reasonable articulable suspicion. Hibble versus Nevada says, citizen must state how they ID. Do not give ID without probable cause. Just like your license, just like your credit card goes right in your wallet. When they say, give me your ID, say, 1 second, let me grab my card. And then you give them this, or you read it to them, or you hold it and show it to them. But those are the only words you say. Those are the only words you say. You don't say anything else because it's not going to help. It's not going to help.
Okay. I'm going to let you know right now. Everything that just happened was live on YouTube, and I'm live on YouTube right now.
Okay, I don't have a problem.
All right, folks, I'm going to pause it right here for a minute. Now, when I told Ginger Cop right here that these men threatened to take my life, and I was assaulted by them, and the man in the background in the white shirt was the main aggressor, and she didn't bat an eye at it and was more interested in getting my identification than helping me, the victim, I knew right then and there that these officers weren't going to do anything to help me, the actual victim. And here, let me show you why. And on top of that, keep an eye on the man in the background, the aggressor. They let him walk off.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
It's not your traffic stop. It's our freedom and our right to be press.
Don't worry, I don't plan on interfering. Now, just getting your license plate number real quick. Yep.
That's right, folks. Ginger Cop right there. I watched her on a good old-fashioned traffic stop cop watch. That video's still yet to come, so make sure you smash that like button. And if you ain't subscribed yet, better hit that subscription button and the notification so you can see that video too when it comes out.
Sit right here. here and relax for a minute?
Now back to Ginger Cop and her investigation.
on YouTube right now.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that, sir. Not at all. Like I said, I'm videotaping too. All right. So, but this is an investigation, so I do have to have your
Investigate away, but you don't need my ID for that.
I do need your ID.
No, you don't.
This is part of an investigation, sir.
No, you don't. If you want,
you don't lose your Fourth Amendment right because she's conducting an investigation. They're Chonk or Kronk, whatever her name is.
ID, all you have.
Officer Kronk, he doesn't lose his Fourth Amendment because you're doing an investigation.
If you want my ID, I will give it under threat of duress and arrest. So that's it. Because I know for a fact I don't have to give you ID or tell you who I am. I don't have to cooperate with your investigation. I have the right to remain silent. This guy, the other guy in shorts, he took a few swings at me. He attacked me, him and his buddy, and that's that.
Okay.
And I've got it all on video.
Okay. That's
3 different cameras.
all right.
So they're the aggressors. The guy in the shorts is the attacker. He attacked me. All right. And I think it's these folks right down here. They watched it and videoed it too, if I remember correctly. It was kind of hard because I'm keeping an eye on 2 guys that are coming at me while I'm constantly, you know what I mean? Keep your hands to yourself. My hands are full. I can't fight nobody.
Well, I mean, you can understand, and I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm just saying that, you know, with that being videotaped, could you understand having? You
No, I don't understand because this is my right to free press, and I don't understand people not liking that. So I don't understand that.
The Democrats and Republicans want to strip our First Amendment right.
I did nothing illegal, did nothing wrong. I'm a tourist here taking video. Him and his buddy attacked me.
That's even more information that I would have given him, but Mike's doing a pretty good job.
Okay.
I'd use much less words. I'd use the Fifth Amendment cop card.
Hey, I'm Sergeant Edwards, Mackinac City Police. How are
Yeah,
you?
nice to meet you.
All right. So I kind of heard what you told my partner.
Right.
All right. I got both sides of the story, okay? Because
You got both sides of the story. No, you didn't. You got their side of the story, Copper. You haven't talked to him yet. Everything's live and on camera. You're lying right off the bat.
there is a complaint that's going on. Okay, we do need to ID everybody that's involved. At least you don't have to give me your ID. That's fine. But
He walks up and says, "You got to give me your ID. We got to ID everybody." No, you don't.
I just need your name.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to invoke my right to remain silent. If you want my identification, I'll give it under threat of arrest and duress.
Okay.
And that's it at this point, because I've done nothing wrong.
Okay.
I haven't broken the law, and
You
I know
haven't,
and I know I'm not required to give out ID unless I broke the law.
Okay. All right. Well, and I'll let you think that. But
Okay.
if they're but
And
hear me out.
I'll let you think that. I'll let you think that, you disgusting, dirty, jackboot, thug pig. Put it in the comment section, JBTP. This is why people hate you. You don't have to let me think that. I know the law. I understand my rights. You're trying to twist the facts, trying to twist the Constitution, trying to twist my rights for whatever you want to achieve, which is putting me down in your database so you can pinpoint me and track me and keep track of my physical person wherever I'm at. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. He's a lying pig. Lying jack. Put in the comment section, JBTP, jackboot, thug pig.
Okay.
I haven't broken the law, and
You
I know
haven't,
and I know I'm not required to give out ID unless I broke the law.
Okay. All right. Well, and I'll let you think that. But
Okay.
if there, but hear me out. But if there is a problem, we do need to start IDing everybody. You see where we're coming from?
No, I
You
don't,
at all?
because I have the right to be secure in my person's papers and effects and my identity, and I haven't broke the law.
Okay.
I know under the Fourth Amendment right now, I don't have to give the ID.
So right there, this is, look, do I appreciate your $10? I really do. Thank you so much for buying my card. If you buy it, I give away 4 out of 5 of these cards. This is the reason why I created a card the same size as your driver's license, goes in your wallet. This is the exact reason, so that you can then take the copper and show him a card. He wants a card in his hand. You can put the card in his hand or say, you can look at it, but don't touch my property. Or you can say, go ahead, read number 4. And then number 4 says, cop demands ID, says he has reasonable articulable suspicion while filming, state, I plead the Fifth Amendment, I identify as good citizen, no ID is required. The law, the Supreme Court law, is in blue. Hibble versus Nevada says that citizens must state how they ID, not give ID without probable cause. This is the reason why I made a card. They want a card so bad. They want a card. Now, if you get a trifold, you get the cards with it for free anyway. Go to deletelaws.com, get your trifold. I'll give you the cards for free with your trifold. This goes in the visor of your car, so you immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right, and then all the case law is inside the trifold. Driver, get out of the car. If you curse out the cops, passenger ID. If they try to extend the stop, they tell you can't film them, say that you're threatening them, say they want to search your car, you can revoke consent. Everything that you need to handle that copper is in this trifold or on this cop card. If you buy it, great. Thanks. I give it away for free with the trifold. People email me every day and say, can I please have that? And I give it to them. I'm on a mission. We have to take our rights back. Do you understand that? Put a 1 in the chat if you've received a free Fifth Amendment cop card from me. Why do I do that? Why do I do it? I could sell these like Scrooge. You got to buy it. You got to buy it. If you can buy it, do it. Help me, because I can't stop. But I won't stop. I won't stop. I won't ever stop. I'll never stop. They can lock me in a dungeon for 4 months. I'll get out and I'll start again.
No, I don't, because I have the right to be secure in my person's papers and effects and my identity, and I haven't broke the law.
Okay.
I know under the Fourth Amendment right now, I don't have to give the ID.
What is it, these people down here, Liz?
Yeah, I think it was them they watched. Him and his buddy were the aggressors attacking me. Where'd the guy in shorts go? He was the one swinging on me.
Great job, Mike. I would have used less words, but you stood your ground and you didn't give your ID. I'm very proud of you. Now, listen, if the cops are going to arrest you, get it on camera and we'll sue them. Don't go to jail. The worst place, I was just in the jail for 4 months. It's the worst ever. Don't go to jail. Don't go to jail. Get it on camera and we'll file a tort lawsuit against them.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't them. It's hard to remember. I'd have to go back and look at everything.
There's one of my jailmates right there, Team DLZ 24. That guy was in jail with me.
You can record, that's fine.
Yeah, I know.
It's so funny how he gives permission. You can record, that's fine. Like, I need your permission, JBTP.
You can record, that's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's names on both of us put in the same. Oh, we're not watching that, but.
100%. Hit my PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App and donate what you can and put your address in there. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Fair enough. Okay. So if you don't want it, you got to.
So Big Mike Audits, let me just jump in here real quick. So Big Mike Audits said he'd like to sue the store owner. You could sue the store owner for sure. The question is going to be, what kind of damages did you receive? And I think because this is such a banging video and you didn't get physically hurt and you're a man, which men are discriminated against in the court all the time, because as though if we get hit or punched, it doesn't hurt us. Suing the store owner, the tort lawsuit, the amount of money you're going to pay the attorney, the amount of time you're going to spend, it's just going to be, I just don't see the benefit of what you're going to get out of spending your time, money, and energy suing that store owner.
Can take video. Yeah. So, but you can do that. That is within his right. Okay.
All right, sir. We're all set.
All right, thank you. I got her badge number earlier. It's badge 7.
Hold on 1 second, real quick. We're just gonna go.
I got her badge.
Sir, we're all set.
Okay, so this is at 2712.
All right, sir. We're all set. All
right.
Okay, we're all set. Have a nice day. What happened to this right here?
No.
Okay.
I was taking video from my right here. I'll pause it.
You have to have your ID. Okay.
No. Am I suspected of a crime?
There is a suspicion of the crime.
Am I suspected of a crime?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Okay, suspicion does not mean probable cause to give my ID.
As far as, no.
No, so you never touched him or anything.
No.
You have your ID on you, sir?
Yeah, no, I don't.
I do have to have it because this is an investigation now because there's a physical, that kind of thing going on. So that's why I have to have your ID. Okay?
No. Am I suspected of a crime?
There is a suspicion of the crime.
Am I suspected of a crime?
Yes, you are.
Okay, then I'm going to invoke my right to remain silent.
And my Fourth Amendment right to an unreasonable search and seizure.
I'm going to let you know right now, everything that just happened was live on YouTube, and I'm live on YouTube right now.
All right, sir. We're all set.
All right, thank
you. Which is it? You know, we had a situation here, so I got to see your ID. I no, because of what happened here, I need to see your ID. Then the other guy comes over and he's like, oh yeah, you know, I've been listening in, and yeah, Shane, of course. And then she says, I've been listening in, and you know, got to get your ID. And then after he says, no, I'm not going to give it to you, then they just leave. And they don't need his ID. A moment ago, though, you needed his ID, but now you don't. Which is it? Yeah, Shane Swaney, if that's your legal name, I'll look for it in the order form. But just shoot me an email, deletelaws@gmail.com. Send your order number in there. I'll give you a free trifold with the trifold that you buy. And I'm also going to give you a free pair of cop cards. And I'm also going to give you everything I sell on my store for free. If you go to my store and you get a trifold on deletelaws.com, the trifold, it comes with a fancy broccoli wad rubber band. I'm going to give you the cop cards, and I'm going to email you everything else I sell on my store for free. These are going to come with your trifold. If you just get these, I'll still email you everything I sell in my store for free. So you'll get a copy of the trifold you can print out on your own. I mean, I like the indestructible one. This is made on a special kind of paper. So if you spill coffee on it, it's tear resistant. Of course, you can destroy it. Any kind of paper is going to be destroyable, but this is not made out of paper. It's made out of a polyurethane. So it doesn't tear. It's not the same. It doesn't just rip. You see that? It doesn't just rip. I mean, can you destroy it? Sure you can. Sure you can. Of course you can. Don't be silly. You can destroy anything. Got you. So Big Mike, what are the chances you can make it up to Escanaba Courthouse tomorrow for jury selection? And you and I will talk on email, so I will get back to you. You got it? All right, cool. You got everything? Boom. Just like that. So if you guys can buy something, that would really help me a lot. But at the same time, I'll email you at least the digital copies so you can print them out on your own. Go to deletelaws.com with a Z, get your trifold. Then you get the cop cards for free anyway. And then like Shane said, Shane, if you want to get a trifold, I'll give you an extra one for free. I mean, look, I'm a businessman. I have to make money. Everything I do purely for myself and only for me. Hobbes' theory of the nature of man, that's what Hobbes believed, is that men did everything only for themselves. So I do everything only for myself. So now that I make a little bit of a profit, I can help other people. That's the most fair way to say it. I make a little bit of a profit, I can help other people. There it is. I mean, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Tina Blast, let me know if you don't have a printed trifold, and we can work on getting you one over there. If you do a donation and you want a trifold or a cop card and you cover the $5 for the shipping and handling, then let me know your full mailing address. If you donate more, great. If you buy all my products, great. Thanks. But at the same time, I'm not going to stop people from getting my products. Big Mike is a badass. Big Mike is a badass, an absolute badass. He is really, really crushing it. He's, I mean, out there filming. High probability I could be there tomorrow. If you have work or something, man, I can compensate you a little bit if you have to miss work. You know, I want to make sure someone's there for Press with Ranker tomorrow. Press with Ranker's a trials there, and I think Wanda Meese was saying earlier that, yeah, I know what's the matter. You, I know people, but they don't have a mission. And remember, the people who are the critics of the strong man who falls and stumbles and fails time and time and time again, but gets back up on the field of battle and continues to fight forward. That's the hero. The critics are just the critics. They're just people who talk nonsense. You know, it's high probability that I'll be there tomorrow. Okay, Big Mike Audits. Okie dokie. How long have I been on here? 2 hours? I've been on 2 hours. I better get the flock out of here. Law Dog, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Everybody put in the comment section, OTVO. Big Mike Audits, I'm going to hit you back on my cell right now any second. Oh, you're in the wrong place, brother. Thanks for coming, my friend, but you're in the wrong place. Go to a page where people are going to appreciate you, man. There's all kinds of pages that people will appreciate you, but not here. You know, we don't like the cops. I mean, put it in the OTVO. OTVO, overturned Terry versus Ohio. Forrest, good to see you, my friend. Nice to see you, Trollax. Mama Lion, Bill, Maddie, Jim, the Citizens Broadcast Cooperative, Big Mike's. Let me know, brother. Either way, don't wait. Hit me up before you get some money. You know what I mean? It's going to come around. You know, I'll be honest. A lot of people say, hey, can you send me a trifold now? And when I get good, I'll send you some money. And then, you know, some of those people actually do. They actually do. So it's not always about money. You do have to make some money, but at the same time, you know, Marauder, good to see you, my friend. What's the matter? You again? Let's go OTVO. Barry, overturned Terry versus Ohio is in here. Team DLZ from Rights On. I saw April in here. Jody, thanks for coming, April. The Tribe, what's going on, my friend? Jeff Hinckley, nice to see you, my friend. Johnny, good to see you. Small Miracles. Scott, nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. Team DLZ 24/7. This guy and I were in jail together. What did we spend a couple of weeks together? We're right there. Normal dude. Shouldn't have been arrested. Shouldn't have been in jail. Shouldn't have been put in the dungeon ever. Shouldn't have ever been put in the dungeon. The Night Gardener. Thank you, brother. Rights Rock. Good to see you, man. Holy Star. Listen, I got to get the Random Country. Man, there's so many of my old friends in here. And I've been in a dungeon for 4 months for filming a cop. So it's like, Big Mike Audits, I'm going to hit you back on my cell phone. Bree, always good to see you. Listen, I got to get the flock out of here. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Later, Gators.